Welcome back to Girl of Recaps. Today I am going to explain an action, crime, fantasy movie from 2017 titled What Happened to Monday. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Human behavior has significantly affected the environment, and with a continuously growing population, there is a severe shortage of food. To address this crisis, the European Federation has developed genetically engineered crops that are more resilient and produce higher yields. This scientific advancement has led to a new issue. There is a dramatic increase in multiple births and genetic abnormalities worldwide. The solution proposed is to exacerbate the problem even further. Political activist and conservation biologist Dr. Nicolette Kamen has urged the Federation to implement a one-child-per-family policy known as the Child Allocation Act. She succeeded in her efforts to advance the legislation, so the world now faces new restrictive measures. Illegally conceived siblings must be placed in cryosleep. The children will be humanely preserved in cryosleep until global issues are resolved. They will awaken in a better world. A doctor approaches Terrence Setman, who is observing his 7 granddaughters in the nursery. He informs the grandfather that if they had been better equipped, they might have been able to save his daughter. Terrence is unaware of the father's identity, as he has not been in contact with his daughter for some time. The doctor inquires how he plans to conceal them. Terrence says that he'll manage and names the girls after the 7 days of the week. 30 years later, we see one of the sisters on the street. Sunday is leaving the sector where she works. On her way home, she observes officers taking a sibling from a distressed family under the Child Allocation Act. She then goes to a market and purchases rat meat using an identity bracelet. Sunday enters her building and has a conversation with a security guard, Eddie, who tells her something that he feels he has already mentioned to her before. Sunday proceeds to her apartment and is later seen serving dinner to her remaining siblings. Thursday thinks the food is unpleasant, while Wednesday seems to enjoy it. Tuesday remarks that it's lovely. Saturday jokes with Wednesday that she'd eat anything. They all laugh at her jokes except Monday, who is anxious about a presentation she needs to give the next day. Thursday mentions that if they do receive the promotion, it will be due to Friday, who is their resident prodigy. In a flashback, Terrence is seen teaching them how to navigate the world as a unified entity. He explains that eventually, they will choose a career that leverages their combined strengths. Later, he is shown constructing a concealed room for the girls and then training them to hide their belongings and themselves if the need arises. Terrence conceals the remaining items and walks over to Sunday, who is the only one left outside. Friday joins him as he duplicates the identity bracelet for all of them. One day, he gathers the girls to explain the rules they will follow in the world. Each girl will be permitted to leave the house on the day that corresponds to her name. Inside the house, they can be themselves, but outside, they will adopt the single identity of Karen Setman. Thursday asks if she can play outside, and he replies that she can, but only on her designated day and never alongside her sisters. They must never reveal to anyone that they have siblings. Tuesday is the first to leave the house for school. As Terrence escorts her out, she becomes overwhelmed by the crowd and halts. They enter a different sector of the city, and her bracelet is scanned, confirming that it's a successful copy. Terrence drops her off at school and reminds her that she is the only Karen Setman. That evening, he informs the girls that the meeting at the end of the day is when they should share all the details of their day with their siblings. They review Tuesday's video from the day, cut to the present, and Sunday is showing her footage from that day. The siblings express sympathy for the allocated girl, and Wednesday makes a pointed comment about Cayman. Thursday wonders what would happen if they turned themselves into the CAB. All of the women agree that it is a dreadful idea. Monday seems to particularly detest it, leading to an argument between the two. Thursday expresses her desire to live freely as herself and not merely as Karen Setman, a facade they assume one day a week. Wednesday and Saturday intervene, telling them to cease arguing, so Thursday exits the room, lamenting that their existence is not truly living. In a flash forward, she recalls leaving the house on a Saturday after her sister and grandfather had departed for the day. Later, Terrence is interrogating the other girls about where she might have gone. Suddenly, she knocks on the door, and the other sisters quickly hide. He retrieves a gun and opens the door to find Thursday standing there with an injured hand. She has lost the tip of her finger. Terrence treats her wound and reprimands her. Once he finishes with her hand, he calls Monday and emphasizes that their actions impact each other. He cleans Monday's hand with alcohol, administers a shot, takes the cleaver, and sterilizes it with fire. What happens to one of them affects all of them. He tells Monday to be courageous, and then severs her finger. I am the present. It is Monday. The day's namesake is unwell, and Sunday supports her head. Later, Monday monitors her vitals and uses the data to apply her makeup. She leaves the apartment and reaches a checkpoint to enter the sector where she works. She is halted by Adrian, who grumbles about his dislike for Mondays, but is pleased to see her. She is chosen for questioning. Adrian interrogates her on the spot, and they share a bit of flirtation before he allows her to proceed. Monday arrives at the bank where she works and is accompanied in the elevator by her colleague Jerry. They engage in an uncomfortable conversation, during which he hints that he might know something about her. Monday becomes anxious. That night, she doesn't return home, and her sisters grow concerned because she isn't answering her phone. Friday checks her bracelet, but the GPS locator is turned off, and she is unable to locate her. Tuesday is frightened that Monday might be dead, and that the authorities could find her before they do. She fears that their own lives might be in jeopardy as well. Saturday appears relaxed about Monday being late, but Thursday points out that Monday has never been tardy for a meeting. The next day, Tuesday undergoes the scan. Saturday reviews her results and assists her in getting ready. Thursday is upset that she would consume a magic brownie. Tuesday explains that it helps calm her nerves, especially with Monday missing. Thursday advises her to maintain a normal demeanor, but Tuesday is uncertain if she can manage that. Tuesday exits the elevator, and Eddie mentions that he didn't see her arrive the previous day. She reaches the checkpoint and passes through without any issues. Upon arriving at the office, Tuesday inserts a communication device into her ear and speaks with her sisters, informing them that they have secured the promotion. Her assistant enters and Tuesday asks when she last synchronized her tablet because she forgot to log out. The assistant says that she left early to celebrate at her favorite pub. Tuesday goes to the pub and drinks with the bartender, asking her about the previous evening. She says that she didn't stay long because her coworker annoyed her. Tuesday calls her siblings with what she discovered, and Saturday says that Jerry knows. Thursday thinks that she should question him because he might be the last person who saw Monday. Tuesday is stopped by agents from the Child Allocation Bureau, and they tell her to get into a van. Once inside, the officer scans her bracelet and turns her GPS off. Friday informs the others she lost her. Tuesday is taken to the CAB headquarters. Adrian observes her being escorted inside for interrogation. She's led into a room where Cayman is waiting for her. Tuesday hesitantly shakes her hand and asks why she's there. The woman says that she's astonished she made it that far, considering there were 7 children. Tuesday continues her pretense, but the agent provides Cayman with a file revealing there are 5 more sisters. The woman asks if there is an alternative, and the agent tells her there isn't if she wants to keep it confidential, then produces a knife. Tuesday attempts to negotiate with Cayman, but she tells her that was what the last one said. She doesn't return that night either, and the others are anxious and concerned about her. Wednesday believes they should go out and assist her. Suddenly, they spot armed men on their security cameras and panic. The men enter the building and kill Eddie. They use Tuesday's eye to gain access to the apartment, but they don't find anyone because the sisters are concealed in their hiding spot. Thursday goes to retrieve her father's firearm, but she finds the safe vacant. The men discover the hiding spot and instruct the siblings to come out. The lead man asks where the last one is. Suddenly, Thursday strikes one of them over the head and uses his body as a shield. Wednesday assaults the agent nearest to her and fights him while Thursday neutralizes another one. When she attempts to shoot him, the firearm malfunctions and he fires at her, but Friday knocks him out with a bookshelf. He breaks free and takes down Friday. Wednesday gets overwhelmed in her fight, and when the lead man prepares to kill her, Sunday throws boiling water on his face. Saturday assaults him with an iron and tries to strangle him with a cord, but he knocks her out. The lead man grabs a knife and advances toward Wednesday, but she manages to make him fall. Thursday struggles with the other man for his gun. Eventually, she succeeds in killing him. When the fight concludes, the women see that Sunday has been shot in the abdomen. She says that she doesn't know who she is, then she dies. Meanwhile, Cayman visits a CAB detention center and tells the agent that she was promised the children wouldn't suffer. The woman has started to feel remorseful about her actions, but the agent tells her that the parents are the culpable ones and that she is humanity's last hope. She recovers quickly, telling the agent that they must locate the Setman issue because the scandal of 7 siblings reaching adulthood could jeopardize her position. Besides, there is another complication in the situation: the fact that Jerry seems to be aware. Cayman instructs him to handle Jerry first. Back at the apartment, Friday discovers Tuesday's eye in the main guy's pocket and they scan it to confirm it's hers. Midnight arrives and the sisters deliberate on what they should do. Thursday believes they need to devise a strategy because someone wants them to vanish. The next day, Wednesday prepares to leave but doesn't wear the Karen mask. Friday attaches a camera to her sweater so they can observe and listen to everything she does. Thursday hands her the gun, even though they can't unlock it, and tells her to go to Jerry's to gather as much information as she can. Wednesday exits their area and heads to his place. He opens the door and lets her in. Cayman's agent has a scope trained on him. Jerry asks her if their agreement is still valid, but since Wednesday is unaware of it, he tells her that she needs to forego the promotion so it goes to him, and he'll keep her secret. She aims the gun at him and asks how long he's known. Jerry replies that if he hadn't found the contract regarding the funds transfer, she would have been in prison by now. The contract was with Cayman, her new VIP client. Wednesday requests to see the contract when Jerry is killed. The shooting continues, but Wednesday manages to close the shutters. The rest of the agents go in after her, and a whole team arrives. She asks her sisters where she should go, but Friday can't assist her. Wednesday hides in the restroom while the agents inspect the apartment. One of them enters the restroom. She struggles with him and eliminates him. The others hear them struggle, calling for the agent inside. When he doesn't respond, they move in while Wednesday figures out what to do. She severs his finger and attaches it to hers so she can use his rifle. The agents enter, and she kills both of them. The last one calls the supervisor, but she kills him, sending him toppling over the building in front of the others. The remaining agents advance as Friday finds her an exit through a window. She lands in an empty dumpster and gets injured. Wednesday still manages to escape and run with the agents chasing her. Friday guides her through a secure route. She runs into a building, and the agents follow her inside but get attacked by the people within. Wednesday flees the building and nearly gets struck by the main agent's car. She keeps running, unaware that he's tracking her. The agents spot her and fire, killing innocent bystanders. Friday tells Wednesday that she needs to get her on the roof to get her home from there. Suddenly, there's a knock on their door. It's Adrian, and the girls think it's the CAB. Wednesday is stuck until they figure out what to do. Saturday gets ready to open the door, and the others hide. Adrian comments on her appearance, then tells her that he was concerned when he saw her at the bureau. She lies that she was there to drop off some paperwork. He enters. Friday disconnects from Wednesday, leaving her stranded with agents coming in. Meanwhile, Adrian makes a pass at Saturday, but she panics and goes to another room. Thursday assumes that she's the one who is seeing him, but Saturday insists she hasn't seen him before. Thursday tells her to bring him back to his place to find out which one of them he's been seeing. Friday places a coupling device in her bracelet so that she can grant them access to the CAB servers through Adrian's bracelet. Saturday admits to her sisters that she's worried he might discover it's not the sister he's been seeing because she's a virgin, but she still changes clothes and departs with him. Friday suddenly recalls Wednesday and informs her where she can find access to the roof. Wednesday rushes there but realizes she'll have to make a significant leap to the other building. Thursday persuades her to jump. When she does, she is shot in midair by the main agent. She clings to the roof, but he completes the task and sends sends the body to the processing center. Later, Saturday arrives at Adrian's residence. She takes a shot of vodka and he kisses her. Concurrently, Friday examines the agreement and discovers that Monday had transferred millions to Nicolette Cayman's campaign on the day they received the promotion. However, she never succeeded in signing it. Saturday joins with Adrian and simultaneously joins with his bracelet. This grants Friday access to the CAB servers. The following day, Friday and Thursday access the security feed of the processing center. Suddenly, they observe that one of them is alive and they believe it's Monday. Saturday wakes up beside Adrian, and as he gets ready for work, he informs her that there is a major event for Cayman that evening. She wonders why he works for the CAB given their treatment of children. Adrian asks her if she's ever visited the lower sectors and says that they are doing them a favor. As he departs, he tells her that he wants to be with her every day, not just Monday. Adrian leaves and Saturday contacts the others so they can share what they have discovered about Monday. Thursday suspects that Adrian is deceiving them, but Saturday disagrees. Suddenly, agents appear at Adrian's residence and in front of the Setman residence as well. They kill Saturday and gas the Setman apartment. Friday attempts to download all of their data from their entire lives as evidence of their existence, but Thursday insists she leave. The two flee through the fire escape, with Thursday landing first. Friday retracts the stairs and returns to the apartment. The agents are ascending the stairs, and she sets the microwave to detonate. Friday transfers all of the data to Thursday's bracelet and instructs her to find Monday. She acknowledges that it's acceptable if she has to perish because she wouldn't survive without them. As the agents prepare to enter, she tells her older sister that she loves her, and the microwave detonates, destroying the entire floor. Thursday loses all of her sisters, except one. Meanwhile, Adrian hears about the explosion on the radio and rushes to the scene. He enters the building as they are removing Friday's body. Adrian thinks it's his Karen and panics. He sees them transport the body to the processing center and gets back in his car where Thursday is waiting for him. She says that he betrayed them, but he has no idea what's happening. Thursday doesn't believe that he doesn't know who she is at first, but he figures it out and she confirms it for him. She informs him that the woman he was with and the one he saw in a body bag aren't his Karen. Thursday reveals to him that Monday, or rather Karen, is alive and being detained in the processing center. He says that he loves Karen, and Thursday tells him that if he truly does, he must assist her. She has a strategy. Later, a Setman corpse is being transported to processing. Adrian is the one transporting the body inside. Concurrently, the agents return to CAB. Adrian is escorted into the facility, where he hands over the body to the nurses. He observes them preparing a child for cryosleep. They place her in the pod and administer a sedative. Thursday watches the procedure from the body bag. The nurse secures the pod and initiates the process, which does not freeze the child but incinerates her out of existence. The next pod appears, and it's Thursday's turn. The nurse questions why the body isn't incinerated, and the agents discover their men incapacitated in the back of a van. Thursday pushes the nurse into the pod and starts the procedure, while Adrian battles the men outside. Then Thursday grapples with the other nurse and ultimately overpowers him. Neither of them can believe what Cayman has done. She has eliminated them all. Thursday locates the room where they are holding Monday, and they proceed to find her. However, once they enter, Thursday realizes that it's Tuesday and informs Adrian. They ask Tuesday what happened to Monday. Simultaneously, she enters Cayman's office and Cayman inquires if she was enjoying her stay. Monday responds that she was more than comfortable. Cayman remarks that with Karen's donation and her push for parliament, they might still salvage the earth. Meanwhile, Thursday tells Tuesday to remove the wig because she has a different plan. Monday is hesitant to sign the contract, and Cayman informs her that she kept one of her siblings alive because someone willing to sacrifice their flesh and blood can never be entirely trusted. She signs, and Cayman asks her how it feels to be the one and only Karen Setman. In the meantime, Thursday has already transformed into Karen and is instructing Tuesday to access the main server before Cayman's speech. Adrian will take her there, while Thursday heads to the event for Cayman's campaign. Tuesday and Adrian reach the server, pretending that she has him captive and persuades the guards to open the door. He overpowers them, and they enter, with Tuesday accessing the main server immediately. The agents trace them there, so Adrian tries to fend them off. Thursday is in the restroom when Monday walks in and draws the gun. Meanwhile, Tuesday accesses the live feed. The lead agent realizes he needs to reach Cayman and leaves the others to handle the situation. Thursday and Monday debate the significance of family and sacrifice. Monday reveals that she fell in love with Adrian, and everything changed for her. Thursday gives a speech about how Karen Setman belongs to all of them, but Monday tells her that as the firstborn, she was the true Karen, and the others were just afterbirth. Thursday disarms her, and they engage in a fight. Meanwhile, Cayman starts her speech about overpopulation and presents her statistics to the audience. While this is happening, Adrian prevents the agents from entering, and Thursday kicks the gun away during their struggle. Monday goes after the weapon, but the fight continues in a stall. At one point, it seems like both Thursday and Adrian are losing, as Tuesday finally uploads the processing video. Thursday and Monday wrestle for the gun, which discharges. One of them is deceased. Adrian fends off the last remaining agent and eliminates her. Cayman speaks about the possibility of a better future. A Setman sister enters the event hall, and Tuesday plays the video. It appears on the main screen in the event event hall, and everyone sees what child processing truly entails. Cayman states that they didn't suffer, then realizes that the Setman sibling isn't Monday. She asks if she knows what she has done. Monday appears, but the lead agents kill her before she can shoot. Then Adrian kills them and rushes to Monday, who is still alive. She has a flashback of their grandfather weeping the day he severed their fingers. He tells her that he only wants to protect them and apologizes. Thursday takes her hand, and Monday pleads with her to promise not to let them take her children. Adrian comes to her side, and she dies. Later, the Child Allocation Act is repealed. Children are being released from allocation camps, and pregnant women emerge from hiding. Cayman holds a press conference and questions who will make the tough decisions necessary for the survival of humanity. She only regrets that their children won't experience the world they could have created together. Thursday, Tuesday, and Adrian observe Monday's babies being carried to term in a medical facility. Tuesday says that she has selected the name Terry, and Thursday tells Adrian to refer to her as Karen Setman. They have come to understand that Monday did everything for them so they could be secure.